actually got too much stuff. So I've really got to try and fit it in. Fit it in. I went,
that's a good one.
What?
Just it.
I always have incense and candles just to clear out the room. That's why. Why? Yeah, we're on TV now. 250,000 people turned up yesterday, and I wasn't one of them. Well, it's just a shame. I was out of the country. But yeah, they've got a documentary on now about the manager, and one on this evening about the manager. So, oh man, did you see what I got? Can I just show you what I got, if I can find it? Because I was over the moon. This is what I got. So, who am I showing? Okay, so this is the invitation with obviously a covering letter for the party on Sunday night. And of course I was not there. I was working away in Amsterdam on a record, which was a real shame. I was really upset about that because I would have loved to have gone to that. Would have probably been really nervous. Well, I know I would have been really nervous, but hey, I still would have went. I stay in touch with Fox Sports. Have bought the rights for football for Sky Sports. If that makes sense, yeah, it makes sense. And every Saturday and Sunday they have 3 or 4 games. So I usually either get up early or watch them when they're replayed. So I pretty much see all the games, if not more, actually, because they show a couple of live games, the equivalent of Saturday afternoon live games. So I also watch those. So yeah, I'm pretty much up on the games at home in America. And my friends text me, or you know, I might call a couple of people back here to discuss what went on if they went to the game, but depends really. Sometimes I've got a few of my English friends who are watching the games with me. Actually, I'm really into war films. My thing when it comes to films, because my dad was a big, he used to take me to the cinema a lot. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I remember from being a kid, was being really into war films. I never ever thought in a million years that I'd be given the opportunity to go and score a movie in Hollywood. I couldn't believe it, actually. When I got the call, I was like, this is amazing. So I kind of packed my bag and I headed out there for 5-6 weeks, scored this film, and suddenly got these wonderful opportunities to kind of stay there and work on other films. They like the idea of using traditional score with electronic-based music. I think they like the idea of using someone that come from a younger and different background. I mean, this is just things they were telling me, really. And I suppose it's moving away from what they've always had, and they're realising that times change and you've got to move forward. I mean, it's a really hard world to break into. I never realised how many composers there are, and wonderful composers, orchestrators, composers. You know, I mean, it wasn't until suddenly I stood back and really did my research, homework, and looked at that world, because it's like I'm leaving one world to go and to live in another. I mean, my life is completely changed from scoring a movie. Now I live in a different country. It's primarily my main ambition, you know, and I never felt it would happen. I'd always would have liked to believe that I could go to LA and work there, but never really thought it would happen until I got offered the opportunity. I think I've always, you know, from my upbringing with with my parents, I've certainly put it down to my mum and dad. I mean, you know, things don't necessarily change if I'm suddenly living in Hollywood and scoring movies. I mean, I still miss my friends. I still speak to them on the phone. My family. I miss the little things that we all do when we're travelling. But I realise I work very hard at it, and I'm fortunate and that you know, these doors open to me, and I'm just going to embrace it and work really hard and do the best I can do, really. Going down a pub with my mates, the living. I mean, I lived just around the corner from here when I was living in London, so I love to walk. I really enjoy walking around for the back streets of London, going to meetings or going to the record store. You know, I miss just those everyday things of picking up a phone and talking to your mates, which sounds strange, but when you're 10 hours away and 8 hours behind, you can't just pick up a phone and ring someone, obviously because of the time difference. Yeah, I miss some of the, believe it or not, because I was studying as a chef, I miss some of the restaurants, yeah, which I always come back and visit. Just being in London, really, and doing what we all do.